Hi guys!
Hey everyone!
Welcome to Make 2 and another Sims FreePlay original house design. Those of you who watch our channel regularly, you might know that we also love to watch house design programs on TV. And one thing that we've become interested in recently is Grand Designs.
Yep, this is a show I watched years and years ago in the UK, but it's now on Netflix, so we have been watching it here. And there's this really cool episode with this cute old couple who made this round house, which was not a complete circle, kind of like a Pac-Man kind of thing, and you recreated something pretty similar.
Well, I was inspired to create a sort of round house based on that episode, so that's why we're showing it from the town view now, so that you can see the shape better.
Yeah.
Once we actually go into the house view, it might not be so easy to see the sort of C shape. I mean, obviously, with Sims FreePlay, you just gotta do the best that you can because you have to build on these little square blocks. But I thought it was kind of an inspiring thing to do, to try and build something that was not, you know, square and rectangular and symmetrical and all that stuff, but just to try something like what we saw on the TV program.
Yeah, I think it's got a really nice shape to it, and you've gone with this really lovely stone on the outside. The building in Grand Designs had polystyrene and concrete foundation, which is weird, and then the house was basically made of wood with some stone as well. It looked just really nice, and really inspiring.
So, I guess I would consider the actual front door of the house to be over here. The pathway kind of takes its own way towards the closest door to the front of the lot, but this is what I consider the front door. It opens onto an open plan living area where you've got a couch and big TV over here, very sleek and modern, and what we've got over here is a long table for dinner guests and or family and visitors, and then over here is a kitchen. Yeah. Again, it's all open plan. It fits in, like, everything sort of self-evident. I like also the big bank of windows, again, as a nod to the kind of house that we saw in the episode. It was a very modern house. It had like concrete floors, polished concrete floors, so that's why I went for the concrete here.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah, it was all just very sleek and minimalist, you know, that kind of design pattern. So that's what I was trying to do here as well, but with touches of nature. So that's why I went with brown in addition to the like gray concrete and black features like the doorways that you'll see. So if you walk through here, this gets started on the hallway to the guest quarters. And over here you've got like just a computer tucked away because you need a computer in the house. Here we've got a full bath with sink, toilet, and shower for guests to use.
Cool.
Here is bedroom number 1 for a guest. Very basic. You just have some of this modern looking furniture in here, again keeping with the theme of the house.
Yeah, and I like how the bedrooms feel a lot warmer than the kitchen area because of the brown mottled wallpaper and that wooden floor, because it makes it feel definitely more cozy.
Yeah. And then through here is another guest bedroom shaped the same, like the size the same as that, but it's laid out this way so that we can start getting into the curve of the sea. Yeah. And the theme of this is not so brown, but like blue and white and all that. And the hallway bends then this way, although here's another bathroom tucked in here for guests. So guests will have, you know, they're not going to be fighting over the bathroom in this wing. And then over here is the third guest bedroom. And again, that's the same size and shape as these others, but is just oriented a slightly different way to keep that C shape to the building.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I definitely like having a guest wing. I know in our Jobs houses, Steve Jobs' houses, because the house he designed had a guest wing or a kids wing, non-master suite wing. I think it works well. Guests have their own privacy, separated by this communal space, and then the master suite is on the other side of the house, which might be where we're heading now.
It is indeed. Before we get there, though, we have a small
basement.
You got really excited about that.
Yeah,
you have this
there wasn't a basement in the one we saw in Grand Designs.
No, I thought that it would be nice, since we have the ability to have a basement with some stuff in it. But like the one we saw in Grand Designs, there is a small utility room off the back of the kitchen here, and that, I think in their house, was meant to be for like garden stuff as well as the, you know, controls for the power and plumbing and all of that. But for us, it's a laundry room and there's a door onto, part of the garden out here. And then there's a staircase down to the basement, which we'll check out in a bit. But before we do that, let's go into the master suite, which is over here. And we have our Sim who owns this property meditating. Because this is, I think it's one of that kind of modern house where, whoever owns it is really rich and they just have time to do things like meditate and yoga and all of that stuff and have a professional chef cook for them. That kind of lifestyle. Yeah.
I think in a couple of the grand designs, the people who build them aren't necessarily fabulously wealthy, but normally these
definitely
people,
wealthier than us.
Yeah, almost all the ones we've seen now, anyway, on Netflix, they have hundreds of thousands of pounds to just dump into a house.
Yeah.
With these amazing architecture designs. So
yeah. So then off of the bedroom here is a walk-in/walk-through closet.
Yeah, I like the hooks with those robes on the side. So it's a wardrobe, but also...
Yeah. This came from the spa event, which was limited time event in the game from a while back. And then through here is the master's bath suite. So you've got this lovely double sink again from the spa event. And then through here you get the lovely double shower and toilet and mud bath. Indeed.
Very nice.
Now, we mentioned that there was a basement, so if we go back through here, going down these steel and glass stairs.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all you need, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you have a yoga mat and you have an exercise machine. The exercise bike is from completing the seniors quest, and they have a TV obviously to keep themselves distracted. I build all my gyms kind of the same way. There's a TV, there's a yoga mat, there's an exercise machine, there's a fan to keep you cool, there is a small refrigerator for keeping your water because that's necessary.
Yeah, it is. And then a sauna, an underground completely enclosed sauna.
Yeah,
I don't know if that would make sense in real life. I don't know much about saunas. I always imagine they need a chimney for the hot air and they get so damp.
There's a fireplace right above-ish.
Ooh, yeah.
Sort of. But
anyway, this is,
it's The Sims, come on.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there are multiple exits from the building out into this central pool/garden area, which again is a nod to the house from the TV show. And that just has a grill and table area here, and then over here just a really lush kind of garden with lots of seating options all around. I imagine these are not just flowers but exotic plants that maybe the lady in here uses for medicinal type stuff. Yeah, holistic, what's the word I'm looking for? People, herbalist kind of, yeah.
Holistic
exactly.
medicine.
I said holistic.
Yeah.
So here is the pool.
Or carrots and onions and stuff.
I said exotic though.
Exotic onions.
Okay, there you go. Exotic onions. Anyway, this is the pool over here, and I just sort of like the idea of the pool rim itself being made out of this stone gravel checker pattern, while the rest of it is this black patio from the spa event again.
Yeah.
And that just has multiple seating options all around.
Cool.
And then over here is another seating area, and this is a bit more just relaxing. You can sit under the canopy here, enjoy the small fire pit, or have some back-to-back lounge chairs here.
Yeah. I think it makes perfect sense to have this more communal yet also intimate seating area on the side of the guest wing of the house.
Yes, exactly. So guests would have their exit here from that hallway.
So they can all just hang out together by the fire pit. Likewise, the other side you have that really lovely exotic garden, which is relatively easy to clip the clippings and take them into the kitchen for preparing the teas and dinners using the exotic stuff.
Exactly. All right, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this tour of the round house. Please let us know in the comments what you think. If you are new to our channel, feel free to subscribe because we've got plenty more Sims FreePlay on the way.
Thanks for watching.